Welcome to the Ultimate Book Summary Series, Part 2 of our The 48 Laws of Power book summary. Hey there, power seekers and lifelong learners. If you joined us for Part 1, welcome back. If you're new here, make sure to check out the first part of our summary where we covered Laws 1 to 24. Today we're diving into the second half of Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power, exploring Laws 25 to 48. This book is a treasure trove of strategies and insights on influence, leadership, and mastering power dynamics. Get ready to uncover the hidden gems of wisdom in these laws, complete with real-life examples that bring each concept to life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest book summaries and thought-provoking content. Let's continue this fascinating journey together. Law 25, recreate yourself. Don't accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Example, Giacomo Casanova was known for constantly reinventing himself. Throughout his life, he transitioned from being a seminarian to a violinist, a soldier, a spy, a diplomat, and a gambler, among other roles, always adapting to his surroundings and ensuring he remained intriguing and influential. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. You must always appear blameless and upright. Your reputation depends on it. Use others as scapegoats to conceal your involvement. Example, during the Watergate scandal, Richard Nixon tried to distance himself from the illegal activities, aiming to appear uninvolved. Despite his efforts, his involvement was eventually revealed, which led to his resignation. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Example, Charles Manson exploited the need for belonging and meaning among his followers, creating a cult-like environment where his followers committed heinous crimes at his behest. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. If you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitations will infect your execution. Timidity is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness. Example, when Alexander the Great decided to invade Persia, he did so with remarkable boldness, leading his men across great distances and overcoming vast armies, thereby cementing his legacy as one of history's greatest conquerors. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. The ending is everything. Plan all the way to it, taking into account all the possible consequences, obstacles, and twists of fortune that might reverse your hard work and give the glory to others. Example, during the Normandy invasion D-Day of World War II, the Allied forces meticulously planned every detail, from the timing of the invasion to the logistics of getting troops and supplies across the English Channel, ensuring the success of the operation. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Your actions must seem natural and executed with ease. All the toil and practice that go into them, and also all the clever tricks, must be concealed. When you act effortlessly, as if you could do much more. Example, Fred Astaire made dancing look effortless. But behind his graceful movements were countless hours of grueling practice. His ability to perform seemingly complex dance routines with ease solidified his reputation as one of the greatest dancers of all time. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. The best way to get people to make choices that benefit you is to narrow their options to a few in which you appear to be giving them control, but are actually guiding them to your preferred outcome. Example, during negotiations, Henry Kissinger often provided limited but strategic options to other diplomats, ensuring that no matter what they chose, it would be advantageous to the U.S. government. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared for the anger that comes from disenchantment. Instead, appeal to people's fantasies. Example, P.T. Barnum, the legendary showman, tapped into people's fantasies by creating incredible and sensational shows, even if they involved exaggeration or illusion, thus attracting huge crowds and making a fortune. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Once found, it is your leverage. Example, during the Cold War, intelligence agencies like the KGB and CIA would exploit personal weaknesses and vulnerabilities to turn people into spies or informants. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself will often determine how you are treated. In the long run, appearing vulgar or common will make people disrespect you. Act like royalty and people will treat you as such. Example, Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia, maintained a regal demeanor and presence, which commanded respect and deference from both his subjects and international dignitaries. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Explanation. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays a lack of control over yourself and over time. Always seem patient, as if you know that everything will come to you eventually. Example. During the American Civil War, General Robert E. Lee often waited for the perfect moment to strike, demonstrating patience and impeccable timing in battle strategies that led to several Confederate victories. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge explanation. By acknowledging a petty problem, you give it existence and credibility. The more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make them. A small mistake is often made worse and more visible when you try to fix it. Example, when Napoleon Bonaparte escaped from his exile on Elba, King Louis XIV of France initially ignored the threat, believing it would diminish Napoleon's importance. However, the lack of an immediate and firm response allowed Napoleon to gain support and reclaim power temporarily. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Explanation. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to them. Stage spectacles for those around you, then full of arresting images and radiant symbols that heighten your presence. Example. The Nuremberg rallies orchestrated by the Nazi Party were grand spectacles designed to display power and unity, using dramatic imagery and mass choreography to leave a powerful impact on participants and observers. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Explanation. If you make a show of going against the times, flaunting your unconventional ideas and unorthodox ways, people will think you only want attention and that you look down upon them. They will find a way to punish you for making them feel inferior. It is better to blend in and nurture the common touch. Example. During the Renaissance, Galileo Galilei had revolutionary ideas about astronomy, but he often had to temper his public statements to avoid conflict with the Catholic Church, which held significant power and could punish those who opposed its teachings. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Explanation. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. But if you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain a decided advantage. Example. During World War II, Allied forces used deceptive tactics to stir confusion and frustration among Axis powers, leading to strategic missteps and benefiting the Allied war efforts. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. What happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. If you succeed a great man or have a famous parent, you will have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual, the stirrer, the arrogant underling, the poisonous leader. Neutralize their influence by isolating or eliminating them. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Coercion creates a reaction that will eventually work against you. Instead, win people's hearts and minds, and they will willingly follow you. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror reflects reality, but it is also the perfect tool for deception. When you mirror your enemies, doing exactly what they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. It confuses them and throws them off balance. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Explanation. Everyone understands the need for change in the abstract, but on the day-to-day level, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation can be traumatic and will lead to revolt. If you are new to a position of power or an outsider trying to make a place for yourself, make a show of respecting the old way of doing things. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. Example, when Deng Xiaoping came to power in China, he introduced economic reforms slowly and carefully, always framing them as a continuation of Mao's policies. This gradual approach allowed him to transform China's economy without facing massive resistance. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Explanation. Appearing too perfect can arouse envy and resentment. By occasionally displaying flaws, admitting to small mistakes, and highlighting the role of luck in your successes, you can deflect envy and maintain your position. Example, in ancient Rome, Emperor Augustus understood the dangers of envy. Despite his immense power and numerous achievements, he always portrayed himself as an ordinary citizen serving the public, deflecting potential resentment and securing his long reign. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Explanation. The moment of victory is often the moment of greatest peril. In the heat of victory, arrogance and overconfidence can push you past your goal and lead to your downfall. Set a goal, and when you reach it, stop. Example, when Napoleon Bonaparte invaded Russia in 1812, he was initially successful. However, driven by hubris, he pushed his forces too far into Russian territory, ultimately suffering a catastrophic defeat that contributed to his downfall. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Explanation. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. Example, Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist, adopted the philosophy of being formless in his fighting style. He believed in being adaptable, taking the shape of whatever situation he faced, which made him a formidable opponent and an iconic figure in martial arts. We hope you enjoyed diving into the final 24 laws of power with us. These principles are packed with strategies and wisdom that can transform the way you approach power and influence in your life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let us know which law resonated the most with you. How do you plan to use these strategies in your own life? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more book summaries and insightful content. Hit the bell icon to make sure you never miss an update. Stay curious and keep learning.